Sorry, I got kicked out from YouTube. Okay, I hope you're back. See, we can't even mention anything on social media. Okay, so I got kicked out from YouTube. I just come back on anyway. So I just want to say that a lot of people have recognized me from the show, so it was nice. Some send a beautiful comment. Some people are more trolls, so they be saying crazy stuff. That's like hurtful, and some people just hateful. When that happened, they need to fix. They need to fix them. Fix the issue. Don't take it out to the world, because it's not a world problem. It's an individual problem, and fix it. Don't take it to me. I'm not a shrink. And like my mom used to say, even the community used to say that if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. Simple as that. Okay, so right now I'm trying to like carve this top up out. Okay, so that way we can clean the inside of this squash or pumpkin. Okay. So I already have a beautiful trace of these, and then I'm gonna carve it in a minute. Oh my goodness. Who is he serenading? That was the first time YouTube kicked me out of my show. I guess when I mentioned the show name of the show, I guess they don't want that. They don't want to. They do not want that to be mentioned. So it's all right, YouTube. I'm sorry. I should have remembered that. Okay, so here we go. The top is coming out, and I know I lost my folk already because I have to restart the YouTube channel. All right, so here we go. You ready? Sorry for all the background music and beautiful noises, because I'm sharing kitchen with my beautiful roommate here. All right. So here's the inside of the kabocha. Okay. So so if you have not seen pumpkin seed, so this is the pumpkin seed right here. So if anybody argue with me that is a squash, no, it's a pumpkin. Give it up. So I'm gonna save it, and I will roast it and save this for my pumpkin seed. I might plant this outside. I plant these outside all the time, but it doesn't survive through the winter. The summer too much, because when it gets scorchy, pumpkin or squash are easy to grow, but yet they don't tolerate heat too well. They love that. Asian there, hello. But thank you. I'm gonna yes. It's edible. Okay, this is a kabocha pumpkin, or the Cambodian call it the Japanese pumpkin, because I'm not sure why it's called Japanese pumpkin. I always known that that they call it Japanese pumpkin. So it's it had a better flavor than the regular pumpkin. Okay, to me it is. Oh, you do? You have them at home? You know what? If you Cambodian like I do, you can make some law out of this. Okay, some lagokos, law praha. You can, in fact, steam this to eat with your steak. Okay, so look how so you had a beautiful flesh here. Okay, it is a pumpkin. I don't care what people say. You can take me to any wise man. They will tell you the same thing. It's a pumpkin. And then if you want to be fresh about it, say, no, it's not. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clean the inside of these, so that way we have beautiful cavity, and this kabocha here, you can make, not just making soup. You can make I make this with the coconut cream and a little bit of of tapioca pearl, and then it tastes so good. I make it before. It's on my YouTube channel, and I don't know which video it is because I have like thousands of videos. So if you ask me which one is it, Chef Anna, so I do not know because it's been so long, and I don't remember it. But I had made dessert, the coconut cream dessert out of this kabocha. Okay, what I do right now is that I'm trying to clean out some of the tissue of these. Okay, it's a beautiful tissue. It's edible. You can eat everything that's in here, include the seed. And then I'm surprised it's not as many seeds. Okay, look at that. It's only like what, 30 seeds, 40 seeds the most. Oops. Usually the kabocha or the pumpkin packed with seeds. And then I'm surprised that this one right here doesn't have a lot of seeds, which is fine with me. You know, all you need is just one seed, and then you have a whole bunch of kabocha growing in the backyard. But I know I got kicked out of YouTube earlier because I mentioned a program that that they don't want me to promote, because so I'm fine, so I'm not gonna say it anymore. I just remember that. Okay, so yeah. All right, so I have this coconut shredder. It had both function, and I normally shred my coconut on this side here, and it give like a beautiful shredding. Let me see, like that. Okay, I'm trying to like not remove too much out of here because oh, you know, the kabocha is expensive also. You know, it's not cheap. Okay, so I think this one right here is about 5 pounds and is about $3 or $4 per pound. Okay, so it makes about $12-15 out of this kabocha here. So it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more pricier than the American squash or pumpkin. Okay, for the regular yellow pumpkin that we use for Halloween, that big is only like a couple dollars, or $5, $10. Okay, these are not that at all. That's why they're so exclusive. And I have not seen American supermarket carry these. I got this from the Asian store. The Filipino store or Japanese store or any Chinese store, Vietnamese store will have these. Okay, and you get lucky if they have them, because it's sold out like hot cake. People love this kabocha pumpkin, you know, because they have so many good use of it. That's why. Okay, look, and then what I can do with these is that I can grate this out and make dessert out of it. But what I need is just the whole kabocha here, because I wanted to make egg custard, and then fill it up and then steam it. Okay, I did that before, so that's why I need the whole thing, because kabocha have tendency to split when we steam it. So I have to figure out how I'm gonna do it without it split. Okay, I will have to figure out how. Amar, hello. Unless you're cooking. Thank you for when to come on, okay, love. Next time I'll bring you on. Okay, next time. I appreciate that. So I'm removing the same way. Okay, I removed the all the. It's all edible, but I never really eat this part right here. I always make sure that I clean it up good. Okay. The seeds and the fiber. The kabocha had natural sweetness to it. It's not so bad. Okay, for the dessert, I don't need to use a lot of sugar because it had natural sweetness to it. Yes. You can eat this. You can eat the seed. Okay, you just clean it up and then you just roast it. Okay, you roast it and put some salt in it, and then just like just like you would eat. You know, they sell this at the market. They sell this at the 7-Eleven or market. Okay, so you can get those to munch it. Okay, it's very nutritional, very nutritious. Okay, so then we have the lid. We're gonna carve. I'm gonna carve this and then make it look pretty. So you see that? Okay, it's not even straight, but don't matter. The idea is to like move this thing out. So there we go. We got the lid and we got this pot here. I'm gonna go ahead and work on the lid a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna get it some nice flowers to it because I think I mark it when I peel it. Hold on. So you have to have carving knife, okay, to achieve this. If you don't have regular carving knife, if you have this kind of knife, you can buy this from the store. Okay, you can get it. So I have a whole bit of these. In fact, I lost quite a few. I'm not sure, you know, because when I move, things get moved around, and people used it also. And my mom would hide it because she loves small knives. So I can't blame her for that because she loves small knife. And when she wasn't around, we went to clean her room, and I found all kind of small knife in her room. So I don't know why she need the knife, or she's not even cooking anymore. So, but you know, you cannot change a person aspect unless you understood the condition. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some nice flower on these. Some petal gonna be bigger, some petal gonna be smaller because that was a natural. That was the natural occurrence on this kabocha. See that had a little line, so I'm trying to follow the little line. So it's hard to see because the color. Maybe I'm just colorblind. So people ask me, why do you carve fruit and vegetable all the time? Well, you know, it's a pleasure. You know, it's complacency. It can relax me, you know. If I don't cook, I want to do something. People do enjoy this, you know that, right? I mean, carving school, food is you can learn this from either you learn it from YouTuber or you learn it from going to school, right? And you have to go like the artistry culinary school where they teach you how to do all this work, okay? Or if you're one of those talent people, you don't need to go to school for anything. Hey, you know what? You have my respect. For me, I often mention that I was in Thailand in refugee camp for so long, and to survive through the refugee camp, the government brought in some educational pieces where you get to learn the language, learn some homemaking skill, which is really nice. You know, I mean, if I know there's something that's gonna happen in the future like this, I would have paid more attention, which I didn't pay too much attention. It's hard to pay attention to learning when we're hungry. You know, we didn't have enough food in the camp, so when the teacher brought food for carving, you know, I used to steal food. I still used to steal fruit because I want to take some home to my parents to share, because we know we have fruit, fresh fruit given. And I don't know why, you know, I mean, the only food that we give us vegetable would be like cabbage. It's not even fresh. The fish not fresh. The fish is not fresh. The chicken is not fresh. When they get to the camp, it's already like half rotten because Thailand is super, super hot. So there's no refrigeration. They bring food in blocks of ice, and by the time it get to the camp, it's already melted, and by the time it get to the last in line, it's already like spoiled. So we used to eat spoiled meat all the time, and we get so sick. And remember that we have bad diarrhea almost every day. If we don't eat, you know, we're gonna die. If we eat, we're gonna die anyway. So mom just said, just eat anyway. You know, if you die, at least you got something in your tummy. I'm like, don't make sense, but now it does, you know. So I got one petal right there. It's pretty small. I wanted a bigger petal, but we'll do what I need. So that's why I never really pay attention to the lesson part, because I was worried about what we're gonna have for food, right? And then when the teacher brought this fruit for the carving lesson, and I was just like hide it, and then I think my teacher recognized that that I do high food, and sometimes she'll bring extra to share. And I gotten to know my teacher so well, when she when she left the camp, she took me with her to live with her for a few years, and her sister opened a restaurant. So I got to help out in the restaurant as a kitchen helper. I got to learn how to cook Thai food, and that's why a lot of people said, "Oh, you cook Thai food too?" Yes, I did. It was first-hand training from the best. Okay, so in that restaurant, I got to work in the restaurant. Well, I did some cooking in the kitchen also, helping the chef cook soup and whatever it need to be cooked. And so Thai it's a sit-in restaurant, but then they already had the food prepared in big pot like these, so it depends on how busy each day was. So they cook in such a big quantity, and that's why you find me when I'm cooking, I'm still doing the quantity. Though I cook for family, sometimes I've forgotten that this for family, it's not for a restaurant. So funny how that how that adaptation taking place. And I remember when my teacher's sister, she loved it when I helped cooking, because she didn't have to cook. She's a beautiful gal. She cooked really, really well, and she taught me how to cook also. I was grateful for her because she shared her skill. In order to learn something, sometimes we have to like willing to learn. Okay, willing to sacrifice it. Sometimes, well, you don't pay me, I'm not gonna do it. No, if you always feel that way, you're never gonna learn anything. Okay, so sometimes the trade skill, it's not to be paid for. Okay, it just need you to sit down and take the lesson of it, because cooking is not free. People have to go to cooking school for years to get their certificate in cooking if they want to become a chef working in the restaurant. So it's fun too. And then when I came to America, I got firsthand working at the restaurant also, there where I learned to make American food. And so everywhere I go, I do partaking of learning how to cook. Okay, so let me quit. I mean, not quit, let me pause. So I got a little design here from the pumpkin here. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a little shape, this shape here, okay? Around here, it's gonna be very, very pretty. So what I learned is that in order to learn to cook, to do something, you have to observe how people do it. Otherwise, then you have to pay for your education. Okay, you have to you take course, and you pay for your education. But if you do what I do, you learn it from other people. It's free, especially when they do cooking. When I get invited to family function, I like to arrive early because I can come in and help with preparation. I like that a lot, because then it allows me to be able to help and prepare food. And with that, I learn to observe how people cook and how people prepare food, and I like it. I'll come home and I'll cook. Just like a couple months ago, I was at my daughter's boyfriend home, on her home, and his side of family are Filipino. So then Sylvia, she made the gare or that one. Okay, the gare was great. Okay, save for that it was a lot of peanut sauce in it, so I couldn't have it. If I cook Thai gare, it if I do my own cooking, I won't be adding gare with peanut sauce. I think in the cuisine, this particular gare, you have to cook it in a coconut sauce. I mean coconut, or not coconut, in a, I'm not sure if she put coconut or not, because I wasn't there when she made it. But for sure that she did. She put a lot. It was so rich of if you know what I'm talking about, the kare kare, is a Filipino curry dish, made out of hog, ham hog, or beef, or a stripe, something like that. It was pretty good. I would have tried it, but then it was so rich of a peanut I can't have, you know. So that was a big loss because um, I couldn't sample it because it's made out of the whole pot was like rich with with peanut. So, but the Cambodian gare we cook it with serious curry paste and coconut milk. You know, we in in some family they do they do put some peanut, roasted peanut, but then they put whole peanut or crushed peanut. Okay, so but for me I couldn't have it, so I just have regular gari, and she made the steamed cake called puto. I know. She told me that, yeah, I know what's meant in another language. That's not what it meant. It just means the steamed cake. Okay. And then she made the ube cake, which I made that the other day. I only modify in my version is that instead of using the condensed milk, the heavy cream, I use the coconut milk. So that worked well also. Okay. So it's because Asian, well, the Cambodian and Thai, they use a lot of coconut oil, coconut milk in the cooking. So we are not big on cream or condensed milk. Okay, but then when I saw her doing that, I added just a little bit of condensed milk, and then I didn't have ube. I have sweet yam. I cut the sweet yam, and I steam it, and same thing that I did. Okay, so I remove and make the cavity out of yam because yam is like solid. It's not hollow like these. So so it's not too visible because because of the color contrast of the color. So so I make, and then I just cheat it. I cook it with, I add about a little bit of ube liquid or extract, so that worked well. When Silva did her, she used the frozen ube and she boiled and cooked it and stirred, and then she wanted that bright purple color, so she add a whole lot of ube. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of ube, so you can like really taste the ube. But at this time I only do like a very very little bit. The color is not that bright, but it worked, So I cheat on that cooking because I didn't cook out of ube yam. I did out of the white yam, so that worked well. So now I know that if I don't want to pay expensive ube, I just do regular yam, and then I just use ube solution or just use the ube extract, and it worked. It tastes so good. I have it in the fridge. I think Lucy loved it, so I think she hoarded it all, and along with the food carving. So what we have here, let me read. Hello to you too, Grayman. I'm sorry to throw me out earlier because I mentioned the show. Okay. You can make this out of regular pumpkin. Okay, you can make out of squash also. So you're fine. If you want to do this for Halloween, you could, but then but the regular pumpkin it's not as expensive as kabocha. Okay, kabocha is just like fancy name, and you pay for the fancy price. So that's all it is. Okay, it's just like you pay for the brand name clothing or shoe. So to make it simple, you just do regular squash. You're fine. Okay. Now, thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. Hey, Sticky Man. Oh, you got a Sticky Man eye. You guys has creative profile name that confused me the heck out of me. I'm an English learner. I'm trying to be proficient. Um, so the pumpkin is a little bit hard to carve because it's so hard, especially this kabocha. Okay, the kabocha is hard. It's not like regular pumpkin. It's hard. It's sticky. It's tougher than a regular pumpkin. Um, yeah. Yes, absolutely. You can do regular pumpkin or squash. You're fine. Okay, it didn't have to be kabocha. And because I love kabocha, that's why I'm doing kabocha. Okay, I have not tried American pumpkin yet. Maybe I'll do that next. Okay, I'll get a small pumpkin. I see that there's a long pumpkin, um not pumpkin, squash, the American squash. I love American squash. It tastes similar to the kabocha here. Maybe we'll do that next time. Okay, so that way you see that we can carve out of any kind of fruit and vegetable you like. You know, I did the apple the other day. I did the Lucy Glow apple. It was a little expensive for like pink pink what it is a pink flesh apple. It's a generic modification, I think it was. So but then people love it because it's rare and it's unique. It's generic modified, but it's so pretty though. It had beautiful pink flesh inside of it, you know, and it crossed between no, to me it crossed between strawberry and lemon. I mean, not lemon, watermelon. It had a beautiful, it's not exactly like apple, you know. I can't explain it. You have to Google it, where you can get they call it pink pearl or Lucy Glow. So it had a few names, so pink pearl or Lucy Glow. So it's a pink apple. Okay, so it looked regular apple, but then when you cut it, it had beautiful pinkish color in it. It's just like the pink pineapples. I have pink pineapple before, but they're expensive though. They're like $12 or $19 each. You know, anything that is not a regular shape, size, or color, farmer want to make money out of it, because it take a lot of work for them to like modify genetically. Okay, so Lucy Glow or it had 3 names. Just remember Lucy Glow and the what would you call it? Pink pearl. So it's smooth, you know. I mean, I like it. I ate the whole thing. I carved. I made beautiful lotus flower out of it. Like, so cute. I have 3 layers of lotus, and I might visit that grocery store and then get me Lucy Glow. Okay, and then I can perhaps do more carving out of it. It was so nice because I only have one. My daughter bought 3. She gave one to my mom. She gave another to her own daughter, and for me. It's nice of her to think of me so profoundly. And my mom, she loves it. So I'm gonna go. She told me where to get it. It's not in a regular food store. Okay, you have to Google where you can find Lucy Glow apple, because sorry for the background noise. It's air fry going on. So and tried it out. Okay, I mean it's a little bit pricey than a regular apple, which is explainable because it's rare. Anything rare is expensive. Okay, just like diamond. And you have so many rock, and rock had no value unless it's being polished. It depends on where where the rock came from. You know, if it came from the unknown galaxy or what have you, and there's a price to it, probably more expensive than the diamond planet. Oh, this the scientific said that they the astronaut or scientific discover a planet of diamond. I'm like, yay, drop one right here, that big, I love diamond, but I love small diamond only. I'm not crazy about big diamond. Um, though when I should have gotten like big diamond from the man that I married to. If I know that he's gonna be bad, I'm just gonna make him work for it, But then I didn't think about that. I only think about love and respect, and that marriage gonna be about partner. It's not about what the man can afford to put on your ring, I mean your finger. But now that he act like a jackass, it would have make him work but so I already answered, right? Yes, you can make out of regular pumpkin, folk. Okay, you can use a regular pumpkin, you fine, okay. Oh wow. Really, Grayman? What do you put in your juicer? Apple, carrots. What kind of vegetable do you use for? I have a big juicer too over there. I my sweetheart, he's big in juicing, but I just like to eat my fruits because I like the extra fiber. Juicing is good. You can get like a really because juice really is expensive. So to do your own juicing, you just have to get a whole bunch of fruit and vegetables. What I found most like very nice is to like add cucumber. Add cucumber to it, and because cucumber is so refreshing, and it smells so incredible. Sorry, like I should have done this before my kitchen, my share kitchen time. Oh, I could have gone to the other side of the formal dining room. Maybe that's what I do next time, so it won't be a distraction. So I carve around. Okay, you couldn't see it much. Okay, but then you can see it. But then maybe if I do a 3D type, you probably can see it. Okay, 3D is hard to do because then I really have to like dig underneath each petals. Okay, I think if I do too much, because the top is very thin. If I do too thick, if I drill too hard, and it's gonna fall off once it's steamed. Okay. When I steam my sweet potato, I put it in a little bowl to support it, so it cracked, but then it didn't. But then it stayed together because I steamed inside a bowl, so that worked really well. So I think that's what I consider doing when I steam this, okay, because it have tendency to break. I can't remember how they save it from breaking. There's certain thing that I have to do beforehand. I think I need to soak it in the salt or something like that. I can do that also, but I'm not going to be able to finish this and cook this and turn this into dessert because tonight I barely got this far with the carving, and I wanted to do a beautiful carving on here too. Oh, look at it! It smells so good. Okay. I never tried a raw kabocha before. I tried raw squash. I mean the winter squash. I tried it raw. Make soup, stir fry, and then the thing about this kabocha is that you can make stir fry out of it also. Soup, stir fries, the steam, eat with your favorite steak or fish. I mean, and you can substitute this for potatoes, sweet yam. I remember when the chef used to make squash call it mashed squash and serve it with steam. No, not steam, with barbecue chicken, and it tastes so good. And he make it in a way that was so good. And I think I should try that one time. So I'm trying to refine the line so that way you can see the imprint better, because yellow is hard to see. But if I make it too deep, when I steam it, it's gonna collapse. Okay, so I don't need to be doing a whole lot. So that's fine. I got this much done. Yeah. Okay. Let me read some of the comments. It is, if you're talking about this, it's a little rougher. Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, no, it's not tougher than the leather, okay? It's not. This is not leather, so it's not that tough, okay? It's just that, it's because fruit and vegetable, they have their own extra fiber, so, sometimes it's tough because it's raw. But if I steam this, and it would not be tough, I won't be able to handle it this way, okay? But maybe my knife is not sharp, that's why it appears tough. So I'm gonna do a little more leaves on this, maybe more petal on it. Okay. Did you see what I did on my with the taro that I did? That was so pretty. I make it turn into a little pot. It was so cute. And yes, I didn't eat the taros. Lucky Lucy, she got to have it because it's so cute, and she loves some cute cooking also, and she been cooking for me, so give her something nice is like my way of showing appreciation. And when I was in school, there's way to carve like a really sophisticated design. My teacher, she's years in her carving skills, so she can do so beautiful. She can carve like all kind of floral design and animal design. I don't remember all that. Like I said, I didn't pay attention to what I was learning, so I was worried about where's my next meal come, so I'm not worried about carving fruits or vegetable. It's not like, but I get to take fruit and vegetable home though, once it's carved, or if it's leftover. And not just me that are hungry, all the girls who in the program are hungry also, so we all be stealing. I know it's not a good example, but when we hungry, we just take whatever we can find, You're funny. Nerd Canal, that's a nice name. I'm sorry, I never able to say people names right. No, it's not hard as nail, okay? It's a different toughness. It's not like, no, it's not tough as nail. Okay, it's not that tough at all. It just needs to be creative. That's all. Okay? It's a fresh fruit, so it is going to be a little tough, but it's not that tough. Okay. So how are we doing? All of you just want to say welcome and thank you. Please help share, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube channel, if you're on TikTok. Please click follow. I always go back and check who making comments and who subscribe or who follow me on my channel, and I'm pretty good about following you guys back, okay, and visiting your channel and see what you're doing and make comment or send heart or send regards, what have you. Okay? So like I said, this is like a fun community. We do this all together. Okay. And for YouTube, thank you for your subscription, your like, your sharing. I appreciate all of you. I know sometimes it's tough to come on here and to support each other, but if you're a content creator, you know, if you subscribe to my channel, I sure will subscribe to, back to your channel, and I visit your channel also. So we in here to support each other. Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing. So this is my second year doing YouTube. I just reached my 2,000 subscriber, and I just want to recognize my subscribers who supporting me, and it's so beautiful because my channel is not like huge channel, you know. I'm not those channel that go viral, so you know, I have people who come in to support me and subscribe to my channel here and there, you know. Yeah, if I have viral videos, I might get, you know, 5,000-10,000 subscribers, but I don't have those. But I'm just happy that I reached 2,000 subscribers as of today, which is cool. You know, it's hard to get subscribers, it's hard to get viewers, it's hard to get community hours, you know, community watch hours that you need all this in order to get monetizing. So if you're thinking about doing YouTube, like the other person was saying earlier, well, once it's done, when I steam it, it's gonna get soft. Okay, it's just like anything else. Once it's cooked, it gets softened. But then if let it cool down, it'll get hardened, and yeah, it's just like any vegetable. Okay, these will get cooked really well once it's hardened. When it cool down, it get hardened. Okay. Ansa, hello. Thank you. I'll do that next time. I appreciate you. Mustache. Who had nice mustache? Somebody had nice mustache on here. So I'm just finishing up the lid, okay, and for the pumpkin itself, I mean for the pot itself, I'm gonna have beautiful design. Okay. I already have design in mind. Let's see if I will be able to do a good job on it. Sometimes I mess it up also because the I wanted to do certain design, but then sometimes it's hard to carve it, so then I wouldn't be able to achieve it. It's not like persimmon. Sorry. It's not like persimmon or apple was easy to carve, okay, because the fiber is not hard, but this is a lot harder than apples or persimmon. Okay, persimmon is easier. I like persimmon the most. I did a lot of carving. I did a lot of beautiful design on the it's easy to carve with the persimmon because persimmon is fruit and it's more tender than kabocha. Okay, kabocha is a pumpkin, or if you want to argue, then we'll say that it's a squash. Okay, so it's a lot harder to carve, but then again, you know, I mean, it just take a little bit of time. You find you'll be able to carve this without hesitant, but make sure that your knife is sharp though. You know, if it's not, then it'll be a lot harder. All right, so that's all I can do with this lid. Okay, it's gonna go on like this. Let me see. It is up there. Okay. And that's the best I can do with kabocha. You know, I don't remember all the sophisticated design because, like I said, I didn't pay too much attention. I passed the test, but I didn't pay too much attention to all the detail and all was taught. Okay, so I regret a little bit. You know, I could have like paid attention to my instructor and learn everything that I was taught, and I would have like remember them. But then making this petal is one of the easiest design that I can remember. Okay. But then it's hard to make different design because the kabocha pumpkin is so hard. If you check out my persimmon carving, you see that I did such a great job on persimmon carving. There's so many beautiful carving design that I shared on YouTube channel. You have to go on YouTube channel to see that. But then TikTok didn't allow me to feature the whole video. But I did a clip here and there. You know, sometimes it's annoying because then you can do so many clips and people don't like that, you know. They may complain. Why do you do so many clips? I don't know. Because I couldn't post the whole video, so I did clips. So, hey, you guys need to chill. Take a pill and chill it. Shoot. You know that I know we've gone to people's channel and make such a complaint or such a big fuss or even, you know, criticize their work. You know, I always encourage them by nice, beautiful kind of comment. You know, oh, you look good, look yummy, look beautiful. You know, give that much encouragement. But some people can't do that. People can come on here and be nice. That, oh, that looks so good. You know, the sincere compliment is nice, but don't give me fake compliment. I don't need that. If you cannot be sincere, then it's okay. Don't say anything, okay? But if you can be so sincere about it, I do appreciate that because I'm a sincere person. You know, I mean, being sincere is a good human practice. It's good humanity, okay? Because you never know. What kind of day a person have, you know, or what kind of life a person experience, or what the person is going through, and being nice will be like, will sometimes save a person's life, you know. You never know. By just saying one nice thing will like make a person change or have a better outlook for everything, you know. Oh, there you go. Sound better? Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Okay, I should have gone to the other room. I know how it's like to have a little background noise. Okay, so I can do thus far. Okay, I mean it's not impressive, but it just like keep me busy so far. Okay. Keep my mind off of a lot of things. Okay, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put in a bag or cover it because it'll get dry. Okay, so I don't want it to get dry. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little more detail tomorrow. I'll make it look more elaborate. I'm gonna refine this for you. Okay, I'm gonna recarve a little bit here and there. use shape on it. Okay, so tonight I'm just doing like symbolically to show you guys that you can do this. You know, I mean, you don't have to be anything perfect, elaborated. Something that like come out of your idea, you know, making you happy. Go ahead and do it. Yeah. You going? Oh. Alright. Okay. Huggy, huggy.
My Lucy.
Where you going?
Hold on, Tommy. Hold on, Tommy. The sow.
Okay.
Yes,
Going to
Tommy,
work.
what you say? Huh? I'm here.
Alright, so let me wrap this, okay, to keep it fresh. In fact, I should spray water on it to keep it fresh, because it gets wet out when exposed to dry air.
Yeah, they always have to know where I'm going. Where you going? Why you going this way? How you going?
Make a track out of that. Mm.
Who did it too? The cap. He did the cap done on his teeth in Vietnam. When did she get her teeth done? No, when? She just had to do the cap on, just digging the tooth to put a cap over it. And they dug the cavity out. Did they take it out? Maybe they didn't take the cavity and nerves out.
We're just gonna wrap it, and once it's done, I'm gonna put it in a refrigerator until tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow, when I'm done with the baby, I need to be at my daughter's house because my granddaughter want to do the Christmas cookie decoration. Okay. At least the pumpkin does not tarnish. Okay, it's it didn't turn tarnished like the apple or the sweet yam. Well, next time I'm gonna do it in the other room. It's just too much distraction. People don't really have the respect, you know. So.
I was sure. I'll tell them where I went. Well, yeah, so that don't matter then. You should have went to the right place, because that messing with your tooth is no joke. They can get an infection and can kill it.
You're hungry?
No, I ate already, Lucy. Thank you.
Eat bún nè. Eat bún nè.
Yeah, sounds good. Go ahead, babe. I ate the food that you left me.
Eat cục bún you want to leave it?
No, not right now. Thank you. I just ate. It's already late. I don't want to eat that much either. So, because after we eat late and then we go to bed, then it's no good.
Okay.
All that food is just no good. Might as well drink water and go to bed empty.
Tomorrow leave.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll have some. Thank you. I had already. You left me some soup. I had that. Thank you. Thank you for making the soup for me.
Oh, you make a food so pretty.
Yeah, just something to stay busy, stay out of people's business. I think what I'll do is that I would just do a little bit of carving here and not the whole thing. If I peel, well, we'll see how I feel about it, okay? How much work I need to put onto it, because it's such a big pumpkin, so it's take a lot of work. The last time when I did the other, when I did these, it take me 2 days for this. First to carve it, and then to cook it. Okay, it's already oxidized the color to my into my skin. Welcome. Why are you going bald? You're gonna share that with me? Oh, do some herbs, natural herbs. Find out which herb would help keep the hair that we have. I mean, a lot of men do. They lost their hair early. My nephew, he's only in his not even 40 yet. He's like 30, maybe he is in 40, and he already has some bald spot, and he felt like what he shared that he didn't feel good about it, and I understand. I mean, hair, nails, skin are all important for us. I mean, we all go through it. Believe it or not, I used to have a lot more hair than I do, like a lot of hair. But at my age, I mean, that's why you see a lot of baby hair coming out of it, because but at least it's coming back, I mean, if it doesn't come back, then I'll be crying, because a lot of people like hair pieces, which is fine, I'm just trying to take care of the one that I still have it. Okay. So I'm gonna make a little like a pot design. I want to mark it. Oh well. I'm sorry about that, but then I mean, option is to, I don't know, I mean, I think it have to do with water. I know that we often take hot showers, and seem like the shower just run on the same spot. That's why when I do take showers, I don't run the water on my hair or on my skull, because this is what I learned. Okay, that water, though it's soft and soft and didn't look dangerous, but then just notice that when the waterfall fall on the rock, okay, it able to erode the rock over times. So okay, so this is my theory only. Okay, it may not be true, but it's only my theory. So I'm just trying to analyze why men and women lose hair, maybe due to diet, due to health, due to generic hereditary, because sometimes it comes from a family, sometimes food, sometimes aging, sometimes some health problem. I mean, we have a thing, so we can't really say what is the real cost of it. But I'm just saying that but then I noticed that a lot of Asian men started to go bald too. My family, only my brother, my younger brother, who not younger, yeah, my younger brother, who went completely. He just shaved now. And he's the only family member that close to my close family member that had lost his hair, which is kind of sad, because well, he didn't have issue with it. He made fun of himself. He will come near me with his bald head, and then he will say, "Here's, feel it, sister." He's trying to be positive about it, which is really nice. That people can be positive about it. Well, okay, this is what I learned as Christian. Okay, as Christian women, we learn that that we as human here, we came with with whatever the Lord blesses with, and then we lost some of it as we get older. You know, we go through that transition and changes. So it's natural occurrence, okay? It's not that you do anything wrong. Maybe it's in the blood, maybe it's in the family. You know, we inherit those from our family. So don't be alarmed by it, okay? I mean, hair help us look good and feel good, but then if you have something in here that a lot of people don't have, is that happiness, that glow, you know, beyond that. We don't need makeup, a lot of makeup to look good, feel good. You know, just be positive about it, okay? I mean, to me, being positive and being loving toward myself is like the most powerful tool of anti-aging of all kinds, okay? So so I just believe in that totally. You know, going bald is not just men, okay? It occurs in women also. A lot of women who, especially with diabetes, and if we're not careful, you know, they can literally, the hair gets so thin, really thin, make them feel so uncomfortable, it takes a confidence out of them, you know. I mean, good hair, good look, good clothing, and all that give the confidence. It boosts the confidence, you know. I mean, if you don't believe me, if you go out and buy some new jacket, new sweater, new coat, new denim jean, or what have you, and you put it on, and it boosts your confidence, you know. Even hairdo, even simple makeup, you know. For me, using basic makeup, it boosts my confidence, you know. I mean, we weren't born to be perfect 10, okay? Let's put it that way, okay? So we have to help ourselves, make ourselves look good and feel good, okay? No one gonna do that for us, save for ourselves. So that's what we need to do, is to no, that's right, you're supposed not to shower every day and shampoo it, because our skull, our hair are protected by natural oil, okay? And when we wash our hair daily, some people wash twice per day, you know. I mean, morning and night, and like they really super clean, you know. They really come home and trying to clean off whatever the environmental they're in, and then little they know that they deplete their own natural oil that was supposed to help nourish the skull, nourish the follicle of the hair. And notice that the more cleaner of you shower too much, and then, you know, I'm sorry, okay, I'm just going by what what Grayman was saying. I don't shampoo my hair every day, but I don't go past 2 days because it started to stink. You know, if I can smell my own skull, other people can smell it too. You know, I have a keen sense of smell. So after 2 days, I have to jump in and shower and shampoo my hair. Okay, and I have super dry skin also. I shouldn't be shower every day, but then, you know, I mean, just do quick showers and just and choose your soap and shampoo good, you know. I mean, a lot of expensive shampoo, they said it's not even work. But then if you look into like more of the natural substances, like with the vitamin E, coconut oil, or any kind of essential oil, then and then you just use it, or even, you know, grow your own, like olive oil. Well, no, you can't have olive oil. Yes, you can grow olive oil too. Olive, not olive oil. Olive. Now I'm talking too much. My tongue twist. So use olive oil. But you know what? This is what I learned about people in India. Indian people have a lot of hair. I just noticed that they consume a lot of curry. They consume a lot of a lot of natural oil like sesame oil, you know, those nourish the skin, nourish the hair. And I'm just doing by observation, okay? Because apparently it worked for them, you know. I mean, it worked for that the diet that they eat don't help with skin and hair, you know. I mean, we American, we into pharmaceutical product, you know. We just so neutralized to like having the product that produced by the product, the byproduct or the chemical product. Okay, we out of reach with natural product like herbs and spices, you know. I mean, perhaps we need to go back and do what our ancestors do, you know. Everything is all like homemade, everything is like natural ingredients, you know, because even they said that it's organic, you know. When I look at organic food and vegetables, because I know how it is when we grow organic fruit and vegetable back in Cambodia. Any kind of organic fruit and vegetable, we had holes in the leaves. Slow down, sweetheart. Okay, you want some water? Slow down. You need to slow down. No, you choke all the time. It's not good. It's not good for your respiratory. So if anything is organic, okay, you notice that it's get eaten by the caterpillars. Okay, so that's why when I go to like expensive food store, they said organic this, organic that. I wonder if it really is organic. If it's organic, so where is the caterpillar teeth mark? Where is the worm teeth mark? You know, because if it's organic, it'll be consumed by all those natural quality control folk. You know, that's why I don't really believe that that organic, beside chicken that run around the farm, you know, and they're not in cage and stuff like that. And I believe that. And but then organic vegetable, because I grow on farm, okay. I deal with all kind of caterpillars. I deal all kind of worms and insects, and that anything is organic, insect will get before it get to your pot. So that's why I was saying that. Are you sure? Or you saying that because you want to like mess around with people's head and sell them, raise the price and deceive the public that, oh, this is organic. I have not visited the organic farm. You know, organic farm will have all kind of caterpillar. Even apple too, you know. I have apple in the backyard. Believe me or not, you know, we was organic, and I see when I trying to cut up the apple, man, the little worms, all the worms inside it, you know. That's why organic. That's how organic supposed to be. The worm inside it, you know. So the worm get there before anybody else. So that's why sometimes when people said organic, I'm like, are you sure? Because according to the label here, Mr. Label is not here. No teeth mark, no worm mark, nothing. It can't be organic. Organic means that you grow fruit without chemical injection, without any kind of harsh chemical treatment. So, I'm just telling you. So how do you make your vegetable and fruit organic? Just wash it carefully, okay? What I do with my fruit is that when I bring it from the store, I don't put it in the fridge right away. I remove the tag. I will use a big bucket, big jar, and fill it up and throw some salt, throw some vinegar in there. Some people would like wash with soap. I do that too, and people used to laugh at me and said, I don't give the heck. I know it's getting worse right now. Did you know that they're trying to make food I'm not sure. Okay, maybe I was dreaming when this happened or nightmare, whichever it is. That in that they can print the meat. I'm like, really? I don't know how to do that, but that's like sounds sophisticated. Everything is robotic, you know. Soon we're gonna eat robotic food. I wonder how it tastes like, you know, like here, robotic food. So I went ahead and make a little round cut here just to give a nice a nice what you call it, highlight, okay? Because if it's a pot, then it should have a little a little, what you call this, a little line. Okay, so that's what I did on with the other carving. It's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and maybe just put a few heart. Maybe I just do heart, okay, go around it. Maybe I do big heart, and I have to be careful because I may not even peel this, okay, because the skin will help keep the pumpkin from breaking. Okay, if I last time what I did is that I peel all around and I carve it all around, and then I also carve inside too thin, and when I steam it, it cracked open. It was not even pretty. I was so disappointed. So this time I think I'll learn a new technique by not removing the skin. I might carve around and make the incision to see the mark of each design, but then I think I'll keep the green color. I think it'll be nice. Okay, so I did it on the top. The top can be different. Okay, so and there you go. Okay, so I got that much done, which is already like I've been here for an hour and 17 minutes to get this part done and to cavitize this. So I'm like, that's why a lot of work, you know. Most of that I'm just talking. You know, it is true, you know, what you were saying. The American Indians, you know that, right? I mean, you live on a lot of land and you grow your own food. You know, just like when I was in Cambodia, we have our own farm, our own land, so we grow fruits. And to be honest with you, in the day we don't use a lot of well, we don't have much chemical to even to work with. Anyway, I remember that when the monsoon come, when it flooded, the monsoon brings so much richness, bring the soil, the topsoil and richness, and that's what make a crop grow so well. You know, I mean, I don't remember my dad have to use a lot of no chemical, but now they do. When I went to Thailand, I'll tell you why. The difference is that I was at my uncle farm, and we went to his rice field, and so I got excited. So I asked my little cousin, no, my niece, my cousin, my uncle's daughter, my mom brother. So it's like, hey, let's go crapping. Huh? Is that what? Well, let's go fetch some snail, because I remember when I think I told the story already. When my dad farm, when the monsoon come, you know, I mean, because when they do rice irrigation, rice grow on hydraulic water, so they trap the water into, and that's why they divide the rice field into the little canal, you know, maybe like 1 or half acre, an acre of that block of land, and then they build canal to trap the water. So when the rice grow, when the rain come, they will trap the rainwater, and that's what they irrigate rice, because rice grow in water. Okay, it's not like other plant where you water it every day. In rice in Cambodian or Thai farm, to grow rice, water have to be trapped in a hydraulic system. So when the rice started to grow and started to grow grain, okay, to get mature. And then they will let the water out and dry the land so that they can work to harvest the rice. I think I remember that's how it worked, okay. So it get a little dry, so anyway, so I got this much done so far. You know, I mean, I can go on for 2 hours and try to finish this, okay, but let me do one pattern for you, so that way you know what to expect, okay. So I can just mark it because I'm not good at like doing the shape. If you're gonna do hard, just make sure that it's hard shape. You can, you know, I mean, you can use marker, use color pencil, you're fine, you know. I mean, there's no right and wrong doing that, so don't feel bad that you have to draw it, because this can wash out easily. Or so then she was laughing and said, ha ha ha, there's no more snail, no more frog, nothing left in the field anymore. Everything is like because they use too much chemical for their rice field. So that means that we eat the rice that we imported. And another thing that I learned also is that they not even use water buffalo like they did with farmhand, with people helping them. They now use tractors and machine to plow the earth and to harvest the rice. You know what I mean? It's so modernized now. Before, I remember when the crops are ripened in the field, my dad would hire villagers to help with the harvesting, or is that he would go work under his work in the field with those, and then when it's his turn, people will return the favor, you know. So they do favor. If my dad field is need to be harvest first, and then the whole villages will like a throng of people will be at my dad's field to help harvest it. And then once his field is done, then we go to the next field until all the fields are harvested. So I thought it was like, and you don't have to hide anybody unless the person does not have farms or land to that they actually farm in. So they needed some to earn money. So they will come and be hired to work on the farm. I remember that when my dad used to get extra young people to come and work for him, a young man, because the family can't afford to take care of them. So they either put them in a monastery, living with the monks, so they can get meal by work for food. And my dad used to foster a few young men to work with him in the field, because he had a lot of land, so he need a lot of farm hands. So when my dad have enough harvest his crop, and he will give the family enough crop to live on, and then the young men will continue to help dad with the next season, you know. So my dad did good. I'm proud of him, you know, for being such generous and being such because of his love that I learned from, you know. That's how that my dad was a loving, kind person. He always helped the villager out, especially when they had a lot of kids. They cannot afford to take care of the kids, so they were sent to my dad's farm to work, and my dad would give them a lot of food or pay the young men, you know, to help with the family. That was nice, you know. And then I remember when the young men would live in the farmhouse that my dad built for them, and sometimes they get to go home when the rice, when the field is done, and they'll come back during the next growth season. Or sometimes a few of them would like stay with us, and throughout the time they didn't even go home. Okay, or maybe their parents don't want them back home because they don't have room, so they will stay. A few that stay with my dad at the farmhouse. Okay, so I went ahead and mark. You know, it's easier because it's such a hard it's a little bit tough. So I mark it. It's gonna get carved off. Okay, so I'm not gonna remove the skin because I think I'll try something new. Okay, so I'm not gonna remove the skin. I'm gonna save it. Maybe it won't break this time. Last time like I said, I peel everything, so it's it broke. Growing up in Cambodia, it taught me so many valuable lessons, especially in a refugee camp when sorry, let me pause because it's a lot of background music to my ears. So I was trying to say that growing up in Cambodia taught me many valuable lessons. Okay, not that because facing the war and facing genocide, it teaches that human moral life and how fortunate one person than the other. So this is what I consider fortunate because about 150 of my family that slaughtered during the genocide, and that my immediate family, myself and my parents, were escaped unharmed. You know, that's why I learned that that we possess different merit. Okay, the reason I say that, and that because it's all predecessor. Okay, I mean that's what God and us promised that were going to happen to us. You know, some of us are here just for a brief time. Some of us are here for 100-something years. So what I learned about my family is that 150 were slaughtered in one broad daylight, and the Khmer Rouge marched down to the village and tie everybody up and take them to the killing holes and then shoot in a persecution style. And they were blindfolded and they bind their hand together. And so I learned all this because one of my uncles survived from that massacre, and he was telling me all this horrific story. I told that before. It's hard to retold again because it's so emotional, you know, that my family was slaughtered. And because we, at the time, Khmer Rouge, they, I gotta be careful. The Khmer Rouge, they, if you learn about the Khmer Rouge, I told the story many times. I'm not gonna do that. But then, what taught me from all this is that all of us have different merit. Okay, whether you're Christians or you are Buddhism, you know, we all possess different merit. The reason I say that because how else is that 150 of my family was slaughtered in one day, and then myself and my immediate family escaped unharmed. Okay, and that because I think due to the fact is that my dad and the rest of the family members, the immediate family of my dad and his children and my mom, we were living in a farmhouse secluded from the area where the Khmer Rouge came to unalive all my family. Okay, so and then we escaped unharmed across the sorry, it's a little peppery in the kitchen earlier. All right, so I don't want to talk about Khmer Rouge, you know, but then well, that's part of my history. It's hard to like not talk about it. You know, I'm okay to talk about it. You know, I mean, it still hurt my emotionally because all my family, not all of my family, okay, my family, most of my family in that village all dead. But then I have family members that live in other city, that survive and make it to America or to any part of the world that they got sent to, Australia, Japan, Canada, and France, and all that. Okay, so that's why you see that, not see, you probably don't know that Cambodian are living abroad throughout the nation. And that's not something new, okay? I mean, not old, okay? Because Cambodia is such a small country, undeveloped in the day, and after the Khmer taken over, we forced to escape to Thailand, and finally got sent to another country for those who survived through the second genocide, which is, you heard about the Ghost Mountain story. I'm not going to go in detail because it's too horrific. Okay, so I'm going to carve it all around, okay? Maybe I'll add a little detail to it, so just to, I don't want to keep you here too long, because this carving business is a lot of work, okay? It can get tiring, because the more fine detail, the longer hour will take, okay? So what I'll do is that I will show you the finished product on a short video, all right? Because if I were to do this, it would take me all night, and past 1, past 2, and you were like yelling at me like, let's go to bed, stop doing that. And okay, so you see the little mark here is gonna go around because we have so many of these little tiny leaves here, leaflet. Okay, so it would be nice if I peel it. If not, but I won't this time, because I want to see how it will affect affect it when I steam it. Okay, I'm not gonna boil this. I'm gonna steam it. I'm gonna take a couple hours, maybe an hour or an hour and a half to steam this. Okay, and then it could probably take longer if I have to add filling like flans or even some sort of. I thought about cheesecake. Well, let me do this, okay? Let me steam this, and then we'll do cheesecake jello, and then we just fill it up and put it in the fridge until it's hardened, and then we just slide it up. I think it would be an idea. That's what I did with the sweet yam. I fill it up with the ube cake, and then I have not released the short yet. You see on the short, you see what I'm talking about. Okay, the ube cake on the sweet yam. It was so nice. I think I still have it. Let me see if Lucy hadn't eat it all yet. Oh, you lucky. She hasn't eaten any. I did the oh, a lot of people like what I did with these dragon fruits. Okay, I make a little basket out of it. I carve it out and cut the fruits. She won't know it's missing. Let me arrange it in a way that she won't know that I ate it. So this is the dragon fruit, okay? So I make a little basket out of it. So look at that. Isn't that pretty cute? Okay. It looked like a little purse or a little piglet. And it's so good. So this is the dragon fruits, okay? It's not very popular in the American culture. The reason I said that, because this fruit right here become visible only the last few years. We don't have these before. It's pretty expensive actually. They're like $5 per pound. You know, sometimes like this whole here is about a pound already. So yes, so these are like expensive fruit next to jackfruit, rambutan, and all those exotic Asian fruit are so expensive. That's why make it cheap. Just travel to Thailand or Cambodia or Burma or Laos and eat a whole bunch of this. But you have to go to the right season though. Otherwise, you won't have any of these. Wow, 200 acres. I'm gonna move in with you. I'm gonna build a little bamboo thatch and with a moat, some fish, some turtle. 2,000 acres. That's all. I mean, 200 acres. That big land. Did did you deforested or is forested or is on a hill on the prairies and how is your 200 acres be like? Remember that little Pooh, little Robin and the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh that live on 100 acres? That little animation, the little cartoons. Anyway, so this is what I did yesterday, okay? Sorry not to cut you. So I did a little cute, what you call it? Dragon fruit. I have one whole dragon fruit that I'm gonna do it for me. Because when I do this cute little thing here, it's always taken. I never really gotten to eat it. Tomorrow maybe I'll just reward myself for being such a good chef. And I'm just gonna, well, I told her that I'm gonna give her this one. So she probably gonna take to work tomorrow. And I have the whole one. I'm gonna do that for myself. Okay, it's so fun. So this is what I did about the ube, so what I did with this is that I went and bought this 5-pound. I don't have to clean my hand because everything clean, and the pumpkin, it's okay to eat it raw. So I have the whole 5-pound yam. What I did was that I have to make whole. Okay, remove all the yam. Okay, like that. It was like that. Okay, it was a little pot, and you see that there's a little design there. So, and then I steamed this, okay, the whole pot with the lid. And then I also cook this. This is the ube cake. So this is the whole yam right here, okay? It was the big yam, it's 5-pound yam. So it was the white yam. So I was able to use the ube color. And I cheated, so I make like the ube color out of this, okay? So, they do. American Indian, as a native, you have land. I don't have land because coming from Cambodia, my dad used to have, I think last time my mom told me, they go by rye. Okay, I have not do the conversion, the rye and the acre yet. So I think the rye is, I'm not sure rye is bigger or smaller than the acre. I haven't done that study. I did that a long time ago. I don't remember now. But my dad had a pretty good size of land that he farmed on. So when the Khmer was taken over, we left the country. Well, we have to flee because they were killing us, the Khmerus. That's what they did to the rest of my family. They killed them in one day. They blindfold, tied the hand to the back. Kill them and just push them down to the killing hole and left them dead. So go back to the yams. This is a big yam because it's a 5-pound yam. I put it on the scale. It's not exaggerating. So it's delicious dessert. Okay, I have this on my on my long video on my YouTube. I have a little fragment of it on TikTok. If you want, if you would love to have the recipe, um, you can visit me on my YouTube channel, and you will find the ube cake making and I don't think I have include the recipe yet, but I will because I released it a few days ago and I have not chance to like to go in there and fill up the recipe, okay? Because the recipe is from my head, so I have to like put in writing. Oh, so this is ube. Well, I cheated. It was the scrap that I removed from this yam here. I boil it, I stir it, I blend it. I add a little condensed milk. No, actually, yeah, condensed milk and coconut milk, a little salt, and that's it. Just stir this until first you have to boil it until it is mashable. Okay, just like you're doing the mashed potato. Just that you just keep stirring it in the coconut milk and the ingredients until it's hardened, until it's hardened. See, it's hardened. Okay, it's just almost like a cheesecake texture. So that's what I can do also, because I still have the gelatins and the cheesecake cheesecake application. So what I do is that I'm gonna go ahead and spend more time doing this carving, okay, make it look really nice, and then me me gonna steam it, and then I do the cheesecake on it, okay, because it's my recipe. I get to design it any way I like, right? Just like clothing designer, they design their clothes. Any inspiration come, they grab it. Just like living with music producer or singer and artist. This day that he can produce music so quick like this, he can write music, write song, and then he lay the vocal. It comes so easy. This day he sit down, lie down for days, for week, for month, and he hasn't able to like write a song. Sometimes when he was just like looking or doing something, and all of a sudden the idea come, and he record himself just humming, and he would go into the studio and create track and create a beautiful cadence and lay the vocals, and then master it, and then it'll be down to your ears. Release it, okay? So the same thing for me when I do this, inspiration come all the time, and the new ideas come anytime. But anyway, American Indian, I like that name. It showed me that you are American Indian. Thank you so much for sharing the land with me. My family came to America in 1980. If you heard about the Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, this crazy guy, along with his many accomplishers, and overtaking the city, overthrowing the government, killed all of them. Disclaimer, everything, put everything back to like year zero, where like no civilization, everybody had the same haircut, like strip everything down to bare minimal, okay? The same haircut, dress the same way, the black pant, the black t-shirt, flip-flop they make out of car tire, that's it. And then you work in the field till from dusk to dawn, for a spoonful of rice, and for almost 5 years. Over 2 million Cambodian die like dog, So that go to my family too. A lot of my family that survived got sent to work camp, and I visited them last year and got to learn all kind of awful stories, about them. Got sent to this area where they built canal, built reservoir, like gigantic 10 kilometers, gigantic reservoir that millions of people work on there day and night to like create the reservoir and canal and where they can save the water, the rainwater, and produce crops. I don't know where the crop go because apparently they didn't feed the worker with the crop that they grow in the field. Okay, so for that many years, a lot of people survived through. My aunt and her family survived through. The rest of the family are gone. They're dead. And it's just my aunt who survived because my aunt refused to come cross border to Thailand because she didn't want to. And then when she wanted it, she already got too late. She already got captured. So the whole family was separated and sent to different work camp. So my cousin got sent to certain camp that they work day and night. So I know I know that land tax or property tax are pretty high because my children own property. For example, in the state of New Jersey, okay, there's certain part of the town, not all part, okay, certain part like Cherry Hill where my children live at. The property tax is higher than the mortgage itself. Because with their property tax, they fund school, and the school is so pretty. They have the school like deep into the wood. Believe me or not, when I visit my children East Coast, the first thing my daughter would do is that to drive me through the thickened wood with the wood, where the house are like a beautiful antique home. What you call this home? Antique home. Anyway, so it's that mom, because she wants to inspire me. She want to have me move over there. So she wanted to like inspire me which house I would love to to live in. So we just drive around and see those beautiful colonial style home, because I think East Coast has so many history, because well, I'm not gonna go there. You can get mad at me because I know how it's like to have your land take away from you, because they did that to me too when we left Cambodia to escape death. They took our land too, took my dad's farm, took everything that we have. So we didn't have anything left. So even when I went back to visit in Cambodia, it was hard for me. I didn't even go to my birth town, because I wasn't ready. I wouldn't know how to deal with. I would be like just driving through it. There's a highway now that drive past my birth land or my birth town, and my cousin was telling me that if you look to the right, that's where my dad or my grandpa house used to be. She said that she know exactly where it is because they did not cut down the tree and the school is still there. So that's how she was able to identify where my grandpa home originated. And my dad's house is not too far from there. It's on the riverbank. So when I visit Cambodia, like the third time, I have not even made back to my home village because I wasn't ready. I don't know if I can handle it. So that's why I just drove past every time when I visit there. So maybe next time, maybe next year or the year after, and see how it go. Maybe a couple more years when Thailand and Cambodia reaches agreement. Because right now I think I'm being barred from going to Thailand because I have Cambodian nationality passport on it. So they don't like Cambodian because they accuse Cambodian as much as what they're trying to do to Cambodia too. So I don't think I'm welcome there. So I talked to my uncle and who's in Thailand. We didn't talk about the war. We just have normal conversation as a family, because it hurt us both ways. And now he cannot even visit our family in Cambodia and the family in Cambodia cannot visit family in Thailand, so it's a big mess. And that's why I said maybe in 2 years the most, but well, for me, I wanted to go to Cambodia now to work in a refugee camp somewhere. I feel so helpless, sitting here and listening to such a crazy news about being bombed, being invaded, and all that. It didn't make me feel good. If I'm not have to take care of my mom, and I would have gone already. Maybe just spend a few months in Cambodia, being with my people and in the servicing. I think that's what I really want to do. But because my mom needs somebody to be here to take care of her, so I can't really leave her. But I don't think she wants to stay in Cambodia too long because of her health issue, and the weather she's not agree with, and too warm for her and too hot for her. And I can handle the harsh element in Cambodia. It get acclimated in a couple months. But my mom, she was too weak for it. So when I visited it, she didn't go anywhere. She just stayed at home. And I got to visit a few places. So next time I go to Cambodia, know very well not to bring my mom. I don't think she's gonna be. I don't think her health gonna be fit enough to travel next time. Last year trip will be probably the last visit that she gonna make. That's what she told me. But if she said that if she can mobilize around without hang on to my neck, she would want to. But if she wanted to, I can put her on a wheelchair and wheel her down. I mean, Cambodia, there's some part that still have dirt road, but most of the roads are pavement. So, but if she want to go again in 2 years, I might bring her if she's still in good condition and good health to go. But so far, she said that last year trip might be her last trip. And her sister passed away after we visited her. So that served the purpose already. Last time she visited, her younger brother passed. And then this time she visited, her older sister passed. So she only have one brother who now in Thailand. She's seen him twice after we left in 1974. So I seen him a couple times already. I mean, seen the rest of the family. I seen family in Thailand, in Cambodia 4 times, in Vietnam 4 times, in Thailand 2 times. So yeah, I still have family in Vietnam, in South Vietnam, family in Cambodia, family in Thailand, Canada, in France, in Australia. I don't remember where else. That's all the country I can remember. So I haven't visited my cousin in Australia. We talk on the internet call all the time. He said, "You gotta come," and they had a little bit of like Australian accent, is pretty cute, And he said, "Oh, cousin, you have American accent." I said, "Of course, I live in America. Where am I gonna get Australian accent from?" That was so funny. But next time when I go visit in Cambodia, I might make an appointment with my cousin so I can visit my cousin from Australia in Cambodia. So I don't have to go to Australia to visit my cousin. We just make appointment like, hey, let's go to Cambodia. We'll meet you in Battambang. Because that's what he did last time. He said, well, you left to Cambodia too soon. And he went to Cambodia like a month after I came home and said, why did you come to Cambodia when I was there? Oh, well, it was like a harvesting season. He cannot leave because he's a farmer. He's a vineyard farmer. So a certain time of the year that when they harvest the crop, they can't leave. So then he went to Cambodia a month after not even a month, maybe 2 weeks after I left. And we're like, what's the purpose of you doing that? You should have come 2 weeks early. We would have met. But my cousin, they're second cousins, so they were born after the Khmer Rouge, so I never met them in person. I got lucky to found them on Facebook. Actually, I owe Facebook a lot of gratitude, a lot of thanks, because I have reunited with my family before I even find them in Cambodia. I found all my relatives on Facebook, like from Thailand, from Cambodia, and and Australia, Canada, and I haven't found my family in France yet. I know there's a few of them out there. They probably got married and have different last name. Unless unless I can get those information from family in Cambodia because they visit family in Cambodia too. It's in the war, as you may not know that Cambodia had gone separate way. The family was separated. I separate from the rest of my relative. I end up here in America, and a lot of my family end up in some other country. So unfortunately, so I think the meeting point will be like in Cambodia. Everybody want to go to Cambodia to visit family. Maybe next year when everything go well. I'm not afraid to travel to Cambodia right now, despite all the bombing. About all, I think I feel like I need to be there. Truly, I feel that I need to be there. So how did they reclassify the American Indians? How did they do that? American Indian, how DK? How did they declassify certain populations like that? I don't understand. So you lost your tax because you didn't pay tax on your land, so the government just take it? Well, that is kind of wrong, isn't it? Did you even trying to go to court? No, you have to. Oh, okay. So it was their fraudulent because they deliberately take the land from you and then accuse you such and such. Hello, Babe 5. How are you? Hey, I'm sorry, I miss you. You Lao from Oakland. I know. Happy holiday to you too. I don't live in Oakland, but I visit Oakland quite often. A lot of work, a lot of interpreting work through Oakland, and when I travel to Stanford, it's through Oakland, and I visit Oakland all the time, especially that beautiful Latter-day Saint temple. I attend ordinances all the time. That beautiful temple on the top of the mountain there, you can see like 20-30 miles away. So I visit the Temple Hill all the time. It's beautiful. When I on the top of the temple, what?
Still hot.
Just leave it there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can leave it overnight. It'd be okay because it's cold outside. Yeah, no worry about it. It won't get spoiled overnight. So when you look, when I look to the west side, I would be able to see San Francisco. It's so perfect, like that beautiful bay scene, and I love driving through. Oh yeah, and I visit San Francisco all the time, though I don't like driving there. My kid would love to drive me there. So when we do drive, I would find a driver, someone who like driving up and down, that steep road in Chinatown and that crazy windy road right there. Okay, and then we visit. It's okay. We visit the garden. No. Was the garden, botanical garden, and the Japanese garden, and so beautiful, especially during winter time or early spring or fall. And when you visit the garden and this time you go in there, it was like this beautiful mist. The fog is like cover the canopy of the trees. Is so ethereal. It's almost like you're in heaven, because you step into that boundary where there's no time zone, covered with mist over like overgrown tree. Some of those trees are like hundreds of years old. They are landmark trees, and they are reserved. And then they go. because the garden sit near the bay, so all those mist from the bay and got collected because the garden um, create that what you call it, the greenhouse effects, right? It had a greenhouse effect, so it like gather all the cloud, gather all the dew, the mist, the fog right there, and step into that like a timeless machine, timeless land. Is so beautiful. I love it, and they have the beautiful um lotus farm, lotus pond, and the bamboos and all that. We go there a few times for years just to enjoy walking through that timeless trail, all kind of exotic plants. Um, I remember when I borrowed some cut from the plant from the botanical. You're supposed not to do that, you know what I mean? But they have so plenty, so I just only need just one branch to propagate. I think we did that with the trumpet flowers because trumpet flowers easy to propagate. Or you need just a cut of air cut of a branch, and then you will have the whole tree in a couple years. So I used to have pink one. I used to have pink, white, and then the yellow one. And when I moved to Las Vegas, that's it, all dead. I can't even have trumpet flowers anymore. But that was history, So yeah, Oakland is beautiful. I love Oakland. I live in California from 1980 up until 2000, 2020, and then I took a big break. Moved to Fresno Fresno, Central California for about 13 years. Work and lived there and raised my children there for 13 years, and then came back to Stockton. And I moved there in 1996, and I didn't return back to Stockton probably about 11 years later, like 2006, when my dad took a serious ill, and I have to return home to take care of him. And I brought my minor kid with me and live in Stockton and work in Stockton up until 2000. And then I moved here in Las Vegas, and been in Las Vegas for going on my 6 years now. Well, this is actually my 5th year. It's been my 5th year this month. Yeah. So so you speak Laos in Cambodia? I have friends who were living in the same camp, who live in Oakland. Okay, she's on Facebook, but I don't think she remember me. I tried to call her a few times. She never will pick up her phone, but I know her. She's the young lady that live close to my complex. But she accepted a friend, no. But then I don't know why she didn't answer the phone, and I want to have I wanted to rekindle with her, but I don't think she recognized me or remember me. But I sent her some not text. I sent her messages on Facebook, but she didn't respond. So then after a while, I just said, you know what, forget it. Her name is Dao Loy, and I don't know. You live in Oakland, maybe you have heard of her, because Dao Loy, she probably is Cambodian and Laos also. I remember when we were in the refugee camp, I think her family speak Thai or Laos. And she had named Dao Loy, so you know that she can be Thai descent or Lao descent. Oh, you came in 1979. Oh, you were a lot younger. You're only 8 years old, so you were in what? Second grades, third grades. Hello, AJ. Thank you. I'll bring you on next time. Okay, appreciate that. Thank you. So you're now, I there's something that we never gonna get ourselves into. Okay, we cool with that. I know Oakland had high crime rate also. Same thing for Stockton. As you hear that, there's crazy shooting at the birthday party. Sorry, that kill a whole bunch of kids. Isn't that sad? That was my home base. That was my prior hometown. Um, wow, you came pretty early, so your English must be superb. You don't have accent like I do, because I speak with an accent. People tell me that, oh, you have such a heavy accent. And yet I have such a heavy accent in Cambodian. People all wonder, said, are you Lao, are you Thai? No, I'm not Lao nor Thai. I just have accent, okay? He said, no, you must be Lao or Thai because you have such a crazy Cambodian accent. You haven't heard my Cambodian. People will turn the ear like, huh? What? Let me clean my wax off so I can hear what you were saying. I'm not kidding. My Cambodian accent is so bad. Yeah, the Khmer Rouge killed over 2 million Cambodian, include my family. About 150s are my very own family, my great aunt, my uncle, my niece, my nephews, my aunt. So because that the whole village right there, it was like my family when the Khmer Rouge came in, they just like take everybody with them and unalive. My uncle, he got shot 3 times. One of the shrapnel was like still inside his body. No, my uncle came in 1979 as well. I don't know which month, but then because he was injured, so they brought him early to remove the shrapnel, one of the bullet that hit certain area that cannot be removed in Thailand or in Cambodia, in Thailand. So they brought him in to America early. Still, they couldn't remove it. So up until this day, my uncle in-law was married to my mom's sister, but my mom's sister didn't make it. They was taking in the same day in the same area where they persecuted them, and my aunt got shot and she died instantly, and my uncle had 3 gunshot wounds, but for some reason he crawled out of the killing holes and he made it to Thailand with the 3 bullet shot, and the man's still alive. I didn't get to visit with him when I was in Stockton last weekend. So you see how sometimes we think that sometimes people like never wake up from the sleep, easy pass in the bed, and sometimes you have people who got burned 90-degree burn and alive, and people got all kind of gunshot wound, 3 gunshot wound, or got blown up. They still alive. See, sometimes you never understand the dynamic of, I would say, blessing. Okay, it's just like I was saying earlier, because my family, they most of them were killed already. So, but my very own family, my immediate family, survived through it, and we crossed the border. So the genocide was horrible. By Abe, it's horrible. Okay, like I said, I lost a lot